Silence your cell phones now.
Years ago, the boogeyman came for us. We are the survivors of Michael Myers.
Glory, what do we do?
We fight.
What's going on, YouTube? It's that same place to be. Children saying back with another movie experience, a long-awaited movie experience, because I'm doing the review of Halloween Kills. Now I'm doing it in audio format because we did a spoiler one earlier, but I was supposed to be doing my spoiler free one, and I never got a chance to get around it. I've seen this movie about 3 times already, so I can make sure I get it up in my head and things like that. I want to give you guys the best quality review that I can give you guys, and I'm doing it from audio. Like I said, my internet has been out, so I haven't been able to record and stuff like this. So I had to record it back when I could, and then I recorded a little opening for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm doing, like I said, I'm catching up on the movie experience. I know I'm behind on a lot of movies that I want to see and I got to see. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It may not just be on the weekends. It may just be something every day. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe here, right here for the movie experience. And once again, it's NC, the place to be. Children, Mr. A&D, and I'll see you at the movies. All right, guys. So I am about to talk about Halloween Kills. This is my audio version of the review here, and I was very excited to see this movie because especially of how successful the 2018 version did, and I was so hyped how we went back. Even though I was like, are we doing a Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, his sister type thing back in 2018? But no, this is all from 1978, stuff like that. And I have to say that this movie disappointed me on a lot of ways, because I really had high hopes for this movie, but it went, as soon as I'm seeing it, I'm like, this is clearly a bridge movie just to get us to the third one. Like to the point where I think they had a good plot for the first night, like they did, and then they're gonna probably have going for the third one, but they had to get us there, and this is the bridge kind of movie to it. But there is some good qualities about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys the good, the bad, and the experience, starting off with the good. Alright, so the good being is, of course, I like, the Strode woman coming back, but Jamie Lee Curtis is taking a back seat in this movie. So Laurie Strode taking a back seat, but they bring back some legacy characters here. So they bring back Tommy Doyle. So obviously, for those who know the Halloween franchise like I do, Tommy Doyle was played by Paul Rudd as the older version, especially Halloween 6. But this time they bring Anthony Michael Hall in as Tommy Doyle, and then they bring in more of the legacy characters coming in from Lonnie, who was the bully of Tommy. He's back in here. Then we have Marion Chambers, who was the nurse that was in the car with Dr. Loomis when Michael Myers escaped the mental institution in the hospital from the first movie. And we also have Lindsay, who was Tom, who the kids that basically Laurie was babysitting. So they all bring them back. I say it's kind of cool to have some legacy characters back, especially back when it comes to the first one. And one of the best scenes in Halloween Kills is they do a recreation of the 1978 night of when it happened, because you're sitting there asking yourself in 2018, like, how the hell, if Michael's this crazy ass killer, how the hell did they get him into a mental institution and he was there for 40 years? Well, this is the night how it explains it, and how they went out and captured him and they got him into the mental institution, stuff like that. And I'm telling you right now, the recreation is great. I'm telling you right now, it's almost flawless. And they did another recreation of Dr. Loomis, and it wasn't CGI. It was all prosthetic makeup that I heard that they did, and it was actually excellent. It was excellent. Like, it looked just like Dr. Loomis. So when he did that flashback scene in the beginning of Officer Hawkins when he was younger, and him trying to get Michael Myers tonight, and we find out what Officer Hawkins' ties to this thing is before. So him and his partner trying to get Michael, but he actually kills his partner. His partner said, "Did we get him?" And he lied, said yes, but I think he has that on his conscience, like we got to take Michael Myers out. So I liked the idea at first that the whole city was going to, or the whole town was going to, like, try to jump Michael Myers at first, but I'll get more into that to my bed. Then we get some it had this black couple from the 2018 one who who was the nurse and the doctor, and they get more screen time in this one. And so I was like, okay, it's cool, to see kind of get stuff at with screen time, stuff like that. If you guys are into gore and you guys are into slasher and killings, it comes complete in this movie. There are some uncomfortable and grueling kills in this movie if you guys are into that. So I do put that in some of the good that I like. But then I think that's where it ends for me when it comes to the good. But now let's get into what I did like in the movie, and let's get into the bad. Alright, so when it comes to the bad, this is a lot of things I have issues with this movie here. Because like I said, it feels like a bridge movie. There is, along with bringing the legacy characters back into the movie, I also have a problem with them bringing the legacy characters back and doing nothing with them, because slight spoilers in this, because I know y'all heard it, they kill them. Every legacy character except for one, they kill them all, and I was like, well, and it's obviously in the trailer, and most, it's like the deaths are just high up in this movie also, and I'm like, then we have Laurie kind of doing a monologue, and we're like, are we going into the supernatural Michael Myers thing? Because the director said, he still said that Michael's still a man, but I'm like, I don't want no more supernatural Michael Myers. I don't want that. I don't want that immortal style Michael Myers. I'm done with those storylines, because how they worked before, and it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work now, to be honest with you. And everybody that died, the deaths is also what bothered me in this movie. The gore is cool, but everybody that died in this movie had that shit coming, because I'm like, these are some of the most stupidest deaths that I'm like, okay, I didn't say it's a hard movie. I understand you gotta get the kill count going, and you gotta sit there and but I'm like, some of these that it was just like, y'all earn this. And it's kind of like when Michael Myers first comes back out, when it comes with the firemen and the first responders, and I'm like, man, that whole thing bothered me, okay? Because I'm just like, I don't think the firemen would have went out like that in real life, if I'll be honest with you. But I'm just like, we gotta do something better here, okay? Because that right there, no. I was like, really? I have it in my spoiler review, like, all y'all probably deserve to go, be honest with y'all. And sitting with the killers. Like I said, Laurie is not in this. She's taking a back seat in this one, and her daughter Karen and her granddaughter are the ones that's taking more of the lead from the Stroll women this one, while Laurie's in the hospital trying to recover, because it would make sense that she gets stabbed and then all of a sudden she's just ready to go fight Michael. Like that's not what's going to happen. You're going to get that showdown in the third one. Then we get this little side plot thing going on where we get another escapee from the mental hospital from 2018, and now they've escaped, and then they feel as though the town feels as though this is Michael Myers, and then we go into this whole thing about gang and riot mentality, and mob mentality, and they chase this poor mental patient throughout the hospital to the point where he's forced to take his own life. And it was supposed to show, like, the evils of mob mentality. I'm like, I get it, but then even the director said that even in the third one, they're going to be tackling like the pandemic and stuff that's been going on. I'm like, I don't know if Halloween. Look, trust me, I have no problem with taking on issues and social issues that's going out in the world. I think it needs to be addressed, because a lot of kids today don't like reading in textbooks, don't like watching documentaries. That shit is boring. A lot of things, but to make it interesting, when you put the messages and stuff like that in movies and video games, people to help educate kids and stuff about what's going on, fine. But here's the thing, it has to be for certain things. I don't know if Halloween is the place for that, to be honest with you, especially when you have this pure evil shape that's go out there and killing people out there. I don't think that is the place for that. And there's a lot of other characters that just felt just wasted to me. And I was like, I obviously tried to set up for this big grand finale in the third movie, but I just don't know. Like, my confidence is shook or shattered, because not to know of how this thing is going to go. So, but then, Right now, I'll save the rest of that for my spoiler. I'll just get right into my experience. Alright, when it comes to the experience, like I said, this thing came out on Peacock and in theaters. I watched it on Peacock because I have not been to the movie theater in so long. And it's not that I don't want to go. It's just, it's a long story. So I went out there and saw this on Peacock, and I was like, me and my wife saw it. I had to actually watch. So here's the thing. We did a spoiler review of it. So if you guys listen to the Nerdgasm Talk podcast, you already heard my review or spoiler review of it. And I took it down because I was like, I want to review. I want to look at it again because I don't think I probably gave it too much of a fair shake. And I watched it again, and I get it grew on me a little bit more, but still, I'm still giving this movie Halloween a catch at a barbershop. But if you are into the gore and violence stuff like that and the kills, I would definitely say hashtag give it a chance. So now, since I have that out, I'm gonna put this review up. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and then you guys can listen to my spoiler review of how I break all this stuff down and things like that. So appreciate you guys for listening, and make sure you hit the subscribe button for more movie experience right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NCM Place to Be, Children Mr. A&D, and I'll see you at the movies.